It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 take, go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
And as a follow-up, is there anything that the team owners or NASCAR can do during lean economic times like this to help out the manufacturers, or just, keep on working as hard as possible?
Well, I think that what you see with the cooperation between, for instance, the Roush Fenway group and the Yates group and the Woods Brothers groups, what those cooperations do is allow the dollars that the car company, the Ford, spends to give the greatest benefit. There was a point in time when for looking at what was happening with Robert Yates's program and with what was happening with Roush Racing program prior to the Roush Fenway organization, looking at those things, there was a great deal of redundancy. And I'm sure that what all the manufacturers are doing now is looking at ways that they can eliminate the redundancy. And I think by and large, what I see from the Chevrolet teams and from the Dodge teams, that they're cooperating with that. None of the teams are being loggerheaded and said you absolutely can't share this information with another team. There's a lot of that going on from a manufacturer's point of view, and without that, the amount of money they'd have to spend to achieve the same results with all the teams would be dramatically increased.
Thank you very much, Jack.
We'll now hear from Kerry Murphy with Final Lap Radio.
Hey, guys. Thanks for being on with us. Greg, you mentioned many times that Michigan is kind of your forte for Roush Fenway Racing and such. You also have California coming up on the schedule right before the Chase. Can you tell the fans what the difference is between the two tracks, since they both are 2-mile ovals?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because a lot of people think that California and Michigan are similar, but they're as far from a contrast as you can believe. The only thing that's really similar to the two is they're both 2 miles in length. California has a different surface compound to it. It drives differently than Michigan. It drives much flatter than Michigan. It seems like Michigan has a lot more banking, just the way that the racetrack drives. So there's a lot of differences. Both racetracks are fun to race on, and our strategy and fuel mileage races. So, but they're just completely different. You kind of attack one a lot different than you do the other. They're both fun to race on, like I said, but the setups are completely different, and the way we race them are completely different.
Thanks. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
As a reminder, that is *1 to ask a question. We'll now hear from Robert DeRogi with BRD Broadcasting.
Thank you. Greg, this weekend's race at Michigan International Speedway is interesting, as you pointed out, simply because we have talked with most of the drivers, and they all say they like the track because you can run high or low, and at times even go 3 or 4 wide. Do you have a set plan as to which groove you'll run at Michigan, or will it take you about 7 or 8 laps to find out where the car feels comfortable, up high or down low?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time on new tires, the faster lap is from the center of the racetrack to the bottom. As the tire starts to wear, the groove goes up higher, and the reason for that, one is the bottom and the middle start to gain rubber. But secondly, the upper groove, you're able to maintain more momentum. The larger the radius, the less you have to turn the steering wheel. So, meaning the corner becomes less sharp the higher up on the racetrack you go. One thing that's difficult to manage at Michigan, and some guys are pretty successful at it, is running right against the wall, like we do at Darlington or other places. What happens is it's very difficult to manage the car, the way it'll get loose or slide or lose a little bit of grip because you're going so fast. To run 2 feet off the wall at Michigan is I like to say a dangerous line, because one little mistake and it wipes the right side of the car off. So I tend to stay away from that line unless I absolutely have to revert to that line. I will, but I like to get my car to run the middle or the bottom. Seems to be the best for me.
Thank you very much. Good luck this weekend, and good luck for the Chase.
Thank you.
We'll now hear from David Allen with RaceGear.com.
Hi, Greg. As the chase gets closer, how much are you paying attention when you're out there on the racetrack to the guys that are around you in points versus where you finish ahead of them, or are you just out there going for wins and getting the best finish possible?
Well, we do pay attention to where the other guys are at, but mostly under caution. When you're racing and you're thinking about the guy in front of you for a position or the guy behind you, or working on your car to get it to handle good or what adjustments I need, you're not really thinking about who you're racing around or who's leading the points or who's not. You're morally, really focused on where you're at or what you need to do to get a better run. When the caution comes out, we'll sometimes reflect on where people are running. The 29's having troubles, or I won't call in and ask. I know the cars I'm racing for that position. I'll see them 10 spots ahead of me, and know that there's nothing I can do about it. But certainly I'm aware of where they're at in running. But once the green flag drops, you're really focused on the task at hand, and that's getting that car around the track.
Thanks. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
We'll take our last question from Dwight Drum with Racetake.com.
Thank you. Greg, I'm not in the Bucs NFL training camp at Disney this week, so our focus is about fitness. Do you have a workout routine, and do you feel all the seat time that the NASCAR driver has, do you feel that that's a form of exercise also?
Yes, it is, because, a lot of exercise is heart rate, and whether you're running on a treadmill or doing a stair step or elliptical, a lot of focuses on heart rate, and our heart rate is 150 or higher for 5 hours inside that car, and when you sweat out 4 or 5, 6 pounds of water weight, certainly that is a lot of workout that a guy goes through on Saturdays and Sundays, and I can tell the difference honestly. This year I've only run about 12 nationwide races versus normally I run every weekend. I can certainly tell the difference. So I've been at the gym a little bit more than I have in the past. Last night, I work out in the evenings, and I've been 1 or 2 nights a week, keeping fit, especially for the chase coming up. I want to be the best I can be and be prepared to give a run at the title.
Thanks, Greg, and good luck this week.
Thank you.
Herb, that's all the questions we have. I'll turn it back to you.
All right, thank you, and thanks very much to today's NASCAR Cam guests, Greg Biffle and Jack Roush. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Best of luck at Michigan.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, and thank you to all the media for joining us. We always appreciate the coverage.
And ladies and gentlemen, this video teleconference will be available for rebroadcast after 4 p.m. today. You may access the rebroadcast anytime by dialing 888-203-1112 for domestic and 719-457-0820 for international, and entering the access code 4677423. A transcript and audio files of the video teleconference will be available this afternoon and can be accessed at www.nascarmedia.com. That does conclude our NASCAR Cam event for today. Thank you for participation. You may now disconnect.